y'all? I'm standing here in Jackson Square, the heart of the French Quarter, right outside of Cafe Du Monde, known for their fried beignets and powdered sugar, something I grew up on. Then we're gonna talk about the challah, another fried fritter no one knows about, but it's synonymous with New Orleans. This is Good Gumbo. Beignets are pillowy fried dough squares, smothered in powdered sugar and eaten hot with New Orleans' famous cafe au lait. Beignets are tasty, but they have a lesser-known cousin with an interesting history, the challah, made with an even more famous Louisiana ingredient, rice. This is Miss Barber. We're standing out here on beautiful Esplanade, lined with these old oak trees, right outside of Les Musées.
Free people of color.
That's right.
The gens de couleur libre.
And we're going to talk about challahs.
Challahs, toujours challahs.
The history of New Orleans' free people of color has an interesting connection to the challah. In the early 1800s, Louisiana's free people of color made up 1/5 of the city's population. These were people of African descent who were born free, set free, or purchased their own freedom. Louisiana's slavery laws during colonial times gave slaves the right to own property, purchase their freedom, and work for money. And many slaves did this as street vendors, selling coffee and challah. Women sold these challahs on the street as street vendors.
Yeah, right, they were street vendor merchants, like the praline lady, the peanut man, Rose Nicole with her coffee. And every vendor had a song to bring people out to purchase their goods. You would say something like, "Tout chocolat, tout chocolat, madame, tout chocolat, monsieur, come get your challahs."
Oh, I'll buy all you got if you screaming that word. Challahs are the old history of New Orleans. Why don't you tell me a little about that?
We had them for religious purposes when we made our first communion, which we called Little Communion.
Little Communion.
Little Communion in the Roman Catholic Church. And we also had them on Mardi Gras morning. So we knew when the Indians were coming out, the Black Mardi Gras Indians, because it was time to eat challahs for breakfast.
The challahs is made with rice.
Rice, and we eat everything with rice here. Of course, rice did not grow here.
Right.
You know, but
And so we can trace that rice all the way back to Africa.
to Africa, definitely.
When I grew up down here in New Orleans, we used to eat challahs, like my mom used to make it in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning.
But
this morning.
but that tradition has kind of subsided a little bit.
A lot of people do not cook it. They don't know how to
Right.
cook it. So you have another generation, 2 generations that know nothing about a challah.
Challah is very important to my eyes.
Oh, it's very important to maintaining the culture.
Yeah, the history,
Yeah.
the culture,
The family dynamics.
the foodways. Yeah, we got to save the challah.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
And you and I need to get together
Yeah,
and go cook some challahs at Galatoire's.
I like that.
Miss B, Miss
Okay.
Barbara, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Chef.
Welcome to the kitchen at Galatoire's.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
So today we're gonna make your famous challahs.
Great, great.
And I
Bell
know-
challahs.
Yeah, there's a secret to this too. There's a secret to the madness, right? And it has to do with the rice.
It has to do, yes. I use extra long grain rice. And the rice has to be extremely cold.
Right.
And it has to be a day old.
So-
Cooked in a refrigerator.
Right.
And you keep it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it.
Okay. And all these simple ingredients, right? So you have rice, flour, sugar, salt, vanilla, baking powder, and
Nutmeg and
a couple
eggs. I'm gonna mix the rice up and then we're gonna start adding
What goes in first?
our dried rice. 2 cups of the dried rice.
So 2 cups in there?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what 2 cups is right here.
All right.
That right there is about 1 cup. That's 1 cup right there. That's 2 cups. And
You
I'll tell
sure?
I'm positive. Baby. Look, I'm gonna put a little extra to be on the safe side.
Put a little lanyard.
Mom always said put a little extra to be on the safe
Put a
side.
little extra. Okay, let's do the flour.
Okay, this is your flour right here.
All right. The heaping teaspoons of the sugar
Okay.
and the baking powder and my nutmeg.
Uh-huh.
Stir all this together.
This is your nutmeg.
Oh, okay. You can go with the vanilla.
Can't go wrong with vanilla.
Yeah, and then we need the eggs, the 2 eggs.
So here's the trick about eggs, right? You always gotta crack them on flat surface.
That's what I say.
Everybody tends to do
No,
this.
I
No.
think you need to do it there because you never know if you're going to get a rotten egg.
We don't want no rotten eggs in there.
No, we don't want any rotten egg.
All right.
So we have all of the flour and everything in here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have to mix it.
So it seems very simple,
It is very, very simple.
but if you don't follow the right chain of action, it just falls apart on you.
Right.
So this is technically a beignet.
No, because this has a filling in it.
So it's a fritter.
Yeah, because the beignet is it's dry and it's empty.
Okay.
In the inside.
It's like a leavened dough.
Yeah, I need a little more rice.
A little bit more rice?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I use my small hands today.
Yeah.
I brought my small hands with me.
So now we're ready to put it in.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Bubbling nice, huh?
Yeah.
And it's gonna come out by itself. It's gonna brown.
Oh man, look at that. That looks good.
Toujours bel color.
C'est bon.
And when it starts browning, after brown, you're gonna put it on the paper towels. My grandmother always used a brown paper bag.
You want to use both sides? You want to brown both sides, right?
Get both sides are brown. And it's important to have a spoon with the slats in it like that, so the grease can fall off.
So you can
and this
drain
is
the
all
oil.
what we're doing. It's a good idea if you want to use peanut oil. Peanut oil is just as good. See how quick they're frying?
Yeah.
They're frying very fast.
That oil was pretty hot, so we just turned it down, but this is perfect right here.
Yeah, that's the way, that color. They fry fast and they bubble up because of the leveling that we have
With
in
the baking
it.
powder.
So you want it to just cool a bit.
Just cool slightly, and then you powder it with the sugar.
Yes. You're doing good. You're doing great, Chef.
This is my first time.
Oh.
It's my first day here.
You be the color man.
It's my first day. How am I doing?
You're doing wonderful.
Ooh, Miss Barbara, these things were cooling down a little bit now, so
I think so.
we need to powder them with a little sugar.
Let's do that.
You said generous, right?
Generously. Just
'cause
go all around.
There's nothing down here in New Orleans that is not generous, I can tell you.
Right.
Between the revelry and the parties.
Get that one. Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna see these colors no more.
Oh, you're good. I think they're ready. I think that's enough. Let's
Yeah.
taste one. You taste one, that tastes one.
So this goes back generations and generations, yeah?
It's 1800s to chocolat.
To chocolat.
It is good. I think what we're doing here in New Orleans, we're keeping up the cultural memory
Right.
of the food. And nothing should ever be changed
Right.
about the collar.
Yeah.
A lot of our food has been turned over into other kind of, you don't even recognize it.
Yeah.
But you can't do this with the food that's here.
This is preserving history.
You have to preserve the history and the narrative.
I mean, if it's that good, why change it?
Right, because it goes with the people, the story, the history, everything, and the flavor.
Oh.
So you wouldn't want a sausage collar.
No. I wouldn't, tell you the truth.
No.
Miss Barbara, this has been fun. It's been real fun.
It's been a joy.
We got to cook in the kitchen again
Let's
soon.
do a game.
All right.
All right.
Craving more? Check out PBS and Eater's new season of No Passport Required. Join Chef Marcus Samuelson on a journey across the U.S. to celebrate the incredible immigrant traditions and cuisine woven into American food and culture. Tune in or stream the show on the PBS video app. Head to the link in the description below for more.